Hello and welcome back to my kitchen. Today I'm going to be making the fish chowder from the Dragon Age cookbook. As you can see, I've got a lot of ingredients in front of me, and I'll be going over those one by one as I'm adding them into the pot. There will be a complete list down in the description of all the ingredients and the amounts listed in case you're interested in making this for yourself. But for now, let's go ahead and get moved over to this stove and I can start bringing the fish chowder together. Here at the stove in a large pot, I've heated up 2 tablespoons of olive oil, to which I'm going to add 2 finely minced shallots. And I'll allow these to saute until they turn translucent. The shallots have been sauteing for about 2 minutes and they're starting to turn translucent, so I'll go ahead and add in 1 clove of minced garlic and allow this to saute for another minute. Now that the garlic smells fragrant, I'll start adding in the remainder of my vegetables, starting with 1 rib of celery, 1 leek, or a small leek that I've thinly sliced, as well as half of a green pepper that's been thinly sliced, 1 red bell pepper thinly sliced, and 1 chili. Today I'm using a serrano, and I'll also be adding in about 3.5 ounces of canned corn. These get stirred together, and then I'll let these saute for an additional 2 to 3 minutes, or just until the leeks start to turn translucent as well. Now that the leeks have softened up, I'll be adding in 10.5 ounces of baby potatoes. You can either leave the skins on like I have, or you can remove them if you wish. I'll also be adding in a good pinch of salt and black pepper, followed by 3/4 cup of white wine that I'll allow to deglaze the pan. And I'm also going to let this cook down just a little bit just to get some of that raw alcohol flavor out. After letting the white wine cook for about 3 minutes, I'll go ahead and add 17 ounces of fish stock, an additional 17 ounces of vegetable broth, and 1 tablespoon of saffron threads. These get stirred together. Now that this has come up to a boil, I've gone ahead and lowered my heat, and I'll allow it to simmer uncovered for 10 minutes. After 10 minutes, the potatoes should start to become tender, and at this point I want to remove 2 ladlefuls of the vegetables and some of the broth and transfer that over into a blender. Now that I have the 2 ladlefuls of the vegetables and broth, I'll go ahead and blitz this until it becomes a fine puree, and I'm going to set it over to the side and move on to the next step. I'll add in 10.5 ounces of shrimp and 14 ounces of a white fish. Today I'm using cod. And this will continue to cook for an additional 10 minutes. Now that I have the vegetables pureed and they've cooled down slightly, I'll add in 2 egg yolks into a 3/4 cup plus 2 tablespoons of heavy whipping cream. And then these will get beaten up. And then once those are incorporated into the cream, they can go into the vegetable puree. Now that I have my heavy cream vegetable puree and egg mixture, it gets slowly added into the stew. The potatoes are nice and tender, so at this point, once the heavy cream goes in, it only needs about 5 more minutes. After 5 minutes, the last things to go in are the rind from half of a lemon and the juice from half of a lemon. Now that those are stirred in, check it for see if it needs any additional seasoning, any extra salt and pepper. Adjust it to your taste level, and then once you've done that, it's ready to be served. I've gone ahead and plated up the fish stew. I did garnish it with a little bit of green onion, but you could also garnish with some parsley. Now all I have left to do is dive in here. I'm very excited to try this out. It's been a long time since I've had fish stew. This one does smell incredible. And I love the color that the saffron is added into it. This turned out absolutely incredible. I've never been a huge fan of fish stews. I ate them a lot as a kid and just never really got fond of them. But this one is very good. I'll definitely be making this again. I like all the flavors going on. There's a little bit of heat from that serrano pepper. And all the other vegetables in here just kind of bring it up another notch. The shrimp and the cod are perfectly cooked. I don't think I have a single complaint about it. This is another good recipe from the Dragon Age Cookbook. If you have not checked this cookbook out, you definitely should. It's a really good one to add into your cooking collection. But that is going to be it for me for the day. If you guys enjoyed this video, leave me a comment down below. If you tried this recipe out, let me know how it turned out for you. And as always, thank you all so very much for joining me today. I've been Girl. I hope you guys have enjoyed, and I hope I'll see you in the next one.